Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fresh Takes Gaming Podcast, episode 31. We're continuing off,
31.
Right?
It's like a month.
Yeah. Yeah, except it's been about a year.
It's a weird month. It's like leap year, but on steroids.
That's right. So we are back. It's been a long hiatus. I want to thank all the listeners for continuing to support us and show us love on all the socials and everything while we were on an extended break due to life changes. And then once life changes decided to settle down, 2020 happened. and then things be what they may. I think everybody knows what's going on in the world, so we don't really need to harp on that too much. Yeah. So
you just got to remember to yell Jumanji on New Year's. Like we got to stop it.
we have to. It has to stop, man.
Like as a group,
it has to. It's just been crazy. It's just been crazy, man, and just so much with not even with the pandemic, just people, actors, actresses, stars, whatever, have been dropping off left and right.
I know, right?
Like Chadwick Boseman, the most recent one, obviously, rest in peace. And that one was tough. That was a tough one to swallow, man. Like, especially at 43, right?
Yeah,
so not trying to open the show up on a sad note, on a somber note, but it's something that's been on my mind and on my heart for a little bit. And I've seen all the social media and stuff and all the tributes and things like that to him, and that's just been fantastic. And what a professional. Not even Marvel knew that he was going through
that's
cancer.
Crazy, man.
Through all the Black Panther. Yeah, at that. So
Jesus.
Crazy. So, as I said, we are Fresh Takes Gaming. We are a video game podcast that brings you the latest industry news, rumors, speculations, debacles, kerfuffles, all that stuff. And not only in video games, but in streaming. That could be streaming platforms. That could be game developers, publishers, everything in between. And if you want to submit your question or topic for the show, you can go to bit.ly/askfreshtakes or hit us up on Twitter @FreshTakesPod. And drop a question or something or a topic for the show. We'll gladly address it. So I am Evan. Yes, my name is Evan. I'm joined by my host, Nick. And we got some catching up to do, brother.
We
definitely
do.
Got some questions.
Fact.
Yeah. So since we last recorded in 2019, you have since retired from the military, sir. Let's applaud you. Thank you for your service. God. Thank you for your service.
It was 2 years to get medically retired. So I didn't really talked about I was in logistics and stuff, and that's kind of what I did. But without getting all sappy and stuff, it was I was in supply for the majority of my career, and that took me everywhere from the MPs to transportation companies to divisions with medical and all sorts of stuff. I got to see a lot of cool stuff, and it was a great experience, and I loved a lot of it, and I hated a lot of people, but I also forged a lot of friendships and associations of people that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
But I am glad that I get to have face armor now and get a beard.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
There you go.
I am grateful for that. So I'm done. I'm broken enough that I can't play anymore. So
there you go. You take your ball and go home.
Yeah. And now I get to take my ball and get the fuck out. So
there you go. There it is. Well, again, thank you for your service to this country, and thank you for your service to Fresh Takes Gaming.
Man, I'm glad to be here. I'm so pumped.
I'm glad you're here.
I am. I'm excited.
I'm good. Good, man. Good. It's been a hot minute. Lots of changes have been happening behind the scenes, as you may have seen on social media. We have a new logo. So we have a new logo as part of this relaunch of the show. We have some new merchandise up as well, and we're going to tackle that right now. So we're going to go to our patch notes section, which is our section. Basically, that's housekeeping. Going to talk about show-related stuff, updates to the show, things like that. We have an updated merchandise store. If you want to support the show, it is shortened URL, bit.ly/shopftg. You can see all the swag up there with our new logo on it. And we still have listener support activated through anchor.fm. So if you go to anchor.fm/freshtakesgaming, you will see our Fresh Takes Gaming anchor.fm page, and you can directly support us there if you would like to continue this lovely show you may be enjoying on your commute or telecommute for that matter. So
here for the bathrobe brigade, huh?
Right. So that's that. Also, this episode of Fresh Takes Gaming is sponsored by Chubby Chow Specialty Coffee. Yes, Chubby Chow Specialty Coffee. Coffee without the man bun. Handcrafted coffee using cast iron Dutch ovens and stirred by the caffeinated hands of their staff. All blends are made using organic beans and U.S. distribution systems to ensure the highest quality for all steps in the process. Veteran owned and operated, we know how much a good cup of coffee can make a difference in your day. Check us out at chubbychow.com and follow them on social media at chubbychowmob to join the crew. Also, for our listeners, exclusive Sunday. Right now on chubbychow.com, you can save 20%. Sorry, not 10%. 10% times 2. 20% off your order using the code FTG, because that stands for Fresh Takes Gaming, if you didn't know. So use code FTG at checkout and save 20% off your order at Chubby Chow on your delicious coffee order. So that is that. And we are moving on now. I know you've been busy, running a business, retiring, doing stuff. Have you had any time for video game play right now?
It's actually funny because I wasn't even Minecraft in there for a while. I was doing a lot of different stuff, but the past 2 days, like, it just shut down. I was like, I can't anymore. I can't look at computer screens. I can't look at spreadsheets. No more.
Just had a divide by zero error.
Yeah, I was just like, I can't download any more information. Like, I just can't. So I ended up, I was trying to help my son, and for some reason, he got this wild hair that he wanted to download probably 2 of the hardest side-scrolling games on Game Pass on Xbox. So luckily, I've been able to kind of help him, but I've been playing him when he goes to sleep. So I've been playing Dead Cells and
oh my God,
Hollow Knight.
Oh my God, dude.
He started both of those games at the same time. I'm like, what kind of masochist are you, dude?
Dude, for real. Start both of those. Those are like, for a full man child like myself, those are punishing games. Like,
they are rough. Like, I've had to look up many a tutorial. There was one point when I got involved, I was doing dishes, and like, I heard, when somebody starts getting on that verge of crying and they're trying not to cry, and their voice kind of start doing that wiggle,
the waver,
like,
yeah.
Fine. And I'm like, buddy, are you good? And he's like, I'm fine. I'm like, that's not fine.
No, not fine. Oh my God.
So we had to like turn it off for a while, and I was like, dude, you need to take a break for a minute.
Like, go take a walk.
Is it really that hard? And then I started playing. I was like, holy shit, what is your problem, dude?
Yeah. So I was addicted to Dead Cells for a while. I've made it to, do you know enough of like how the game is structured? Like, you are supposed to do run after run after run after run to unlock more gear.
Same with Hollow Knight.
Yeah. So, I've gotten to the final boss. I have made it all the way through.
The final boss?
Yes, the Hand of the King.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the vanilla game, yes, it's the final boss. But there are some alternate bosses in there that you can kind of unlock or, get to.
The big eyeball thing, Convictus or something like that.
Conjunctivitis.
Conjunctivitis.
Yeah,
and then,
I fought that before.
Oh, the concierge on the Black Bridge.
Yep, that's the very first boss fight.
Yep.
So
I fought both. I fought all 3 of them. I made it to the hand once.
Okay.
It took me 4 hours, by the way. I was creeping through every level.
Yep. There's people that speedrun that game.
He kicked my teeth in so hard.
Yes.
Hard.
Yes. I've gotten him down to like a quarter of his health and died. Just bit it. And I was like, son of a gun. So it's about doing constantly doing runs, unlocking more gear to get better gear on each, successive run. And then hopefully you can, beat the crap out of the Hand of the King or whatever. So,
oh, jeez. Yeah.
Still haven't beat it. I still haven't installed but I have to be in the right frame of mind to dive into that.
Do. Like as soon as I died, I was like, "Yep, done," and like turned everything off and went and lay down on the couch, stared at my ceiling.
Yep,
just like I can't keep going, or I'm going to be full of rage.
Just so ragey.
Yeah, it's not Cuphead rage.
No,
it's not that brand of rage.
Different,
but it's more of like, for me, it's not so much rage as disappointment. Like,
yeah,
if only I would have dodged a little bit better, or maybe if I could have just held on to that potion longer.
Yep.
Like, it's disappointment in myself. I'm like, why am I just not good enough?
I'm just not good enough. I'm just not good enough.
Turns into like a therapy session while I'm trying to play this damn game.
It does. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's in Hollow Knight, I gave up on that. Full disclosure, like I tried. I didn't know what was going on. There's like some cartographer dude that I actually will give me a map at some point. I didn't know that for the first 2 hours or so of the game. And I'm just like, I'm back in my grandma's basement playing Metroid for the first time. And I'm just lost in the sauce, man. So, I just gave up on that. Beautiful game. Love the music. The art style is fantastic, but no, not for me.
Yeah, I don't get that. I got an 8-year-old that goes, "Dad, I can't do this part." And so I have to hop in on like a middle of a game that I have no clue what's going on. Mm-hmm. I don't know where he's at. So I've been having to like watch tutorials on the side and stuff. Mm-hmm. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to play it on my own. And that way I can help him when he asks.
Yeah.
It's already kind of a confusing game without just coming in at random scenes because you need to help somebody make a jump.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like,
but it's been good. So I've been playing Breakpoint too. Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Okay. I
hop on and play that every once in a while. I played the last 2 events. One was Terminator 1. The other one was helping the Outcasts, which they're a garbage group. And if I could blow them all up, I would. If that was an option, I would totally do that.
Okay. But that's fair.
That's my own. It's my own deep hate for them. But what have you been playing? Were you still rocking Apex and stuff? Or?
So I've dabbled in Apex a little bit. New season started a couple weeks ago. Unlocked a new character. She's pretty cool. Again, Apex is just kind of one of those kind of go-tos for me. If I don't know what to play, I'll hop in, play a match or two, hop out, figure out what I really want to get into. Rogue Company, which is a new 4v4 tactical shooter.
Okay.
It's PvP only, so it's kind of like a Valorant. Siege, kind of like you either plant a bomb or hold a control point, but it's kind of it's hero classes, like hero class based. So you have different operators, if you will, that have different weapon loadouts and abilities. And that's by the same developer that makes Paladins, Hi-Res Studios. So that's their thing. It's on Epic Game Store on PC. I'm not sure if it's on consoles yet. I think it might be free to play. They have a battle pass sort of, monetization with it. So, but yeah, if you want to try something free to play, man, it's pretty good. But the 2 main ones, throwing up the 2s, is Fall Guys, which it's stupid fun, man. That's all I can say. It's just stupid fun.
I haven't played it yet. I really don't know anything about it. I see everybody on Twitter talking about it,
dude,
but I haven't downloaded or nothing.
You want to talk about the most frustratingly fun game that's out there, but it's so simple. Like, it's mechanics wise, control scheme wise, it's simple. You're 60 jelly beans going through various mini games, getting eliminated. So it's almost has like a battle royale element to it. It has some team-based games to it. So you round after round, you're doing these mini games till the final round, which is, I think it's like, I don't know if it's 10 or less people left. And it's like obstacle courses that do you remember the TV show Wipeout?
Yeah.
So think of that. It's basically that. It's basically people just eating it. You see these jelly beans just getting flung off the freaking map because they hit by a hammer that was swinging or like a wrecking ball or something. And it's just it's ridiculous.
Okay. I might have to check that out then.
Oh, dude, it's so much fun, man. So much fun. It's right now it's only on PC and PS4. So Xbox has been excluded from it for now.
I got a PS4.
Well, there you go. Well, it was if you have PS Plus, it was free this month or last month as part of the PS Plus games.
Oh, cool.
So
I haven't fired it up. I got that pretty much for a couple games, and then I stopped playing it. I haven't played it in months.
That's okay. That's okay, because
Final Fantasy 14 is what I was playing.
Oh, okay. That's fair. No judgment here.
Oh, it was getting kind of bad. Like I was getting a little involved, and I was leveling up all of the like blacksmith and armor and sewer and all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, great. Sounds like fun, but I was having a blast.
So the other game, also I got from the Epic Games Store. I know I wrote companies on Epic Games. This was a freebie for like a week or so, which is Remnant from the Ashes. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't.
Unfortunately, so a lot of people have called it Dark Souls with guns.
And that just doesn't sound like something I should play, man.
I think you would get into it. Yeah.
I don't know. Dark Souls 3, I stopped playing it.
But so I'm not a Souls guy. Those Dark Souls games, not for me. I tried playing the first one, couldn't figure out what to do because there is no like signposting in the game, right? Yeah, it doesn't tell you that holds your hand. Go this way, go that way. Here's bad guy. No, I just walking around, sitting at campfires, don't know what's going on. Get my ass handed to me over and over again. I was like, nah, dog, I'm out. Not for me. I understand the level of expertise in gamer that needs to be there to beat these games, and I respect that.
Yeah,
totally respect.
Mad respect.
Not for me.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I'm a 9 to 5, 40-hour week guy. Come home, family guy, kid, wife, all that stuff. I want to enjoy the games I play. Games for me are a release, not like.
I just want something. Tell me where the bad guy. Tell me where I need to go, and I'll make it happen.
Exactly.
Like, I'll figure out a way, but just give me a reference.
Exactly. So
that's what I didn't like. Is I was running through the same areas over and over again.
Yes. So, but this to me, I mean, I can see how they make the parallel to Dark Souls with it because it's a lot of it is like hard boss fights where there's a lot of dodge mechanics in it, right? And timing. Okay. There's a lot of rhythm in a way to it. And loadout does play a big role. But I'm loving the hell out of this game, dude. Like, loving the hell out of it. And I'm like,
I might have to check it out.
I feel bad. I slept on it for so long, and now it's free, and I'm just now discovering it. And I'm glad I did. It's so good. It's lots of fun. The variation, the guns you find, and the lore. There's actually lore that you read about in this game. So that's one thing that kind of, to me, makes it a lot different from Dark Souls. Because Dark Souls apparently had lore, but I never saw it.
It's got a little lore, but you got to find it and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got to live to do that. And that's the part that I struggled with.
Big facts. So, Remnant. So I like this game so much that I'm actually very tempted to throw down cash for the DLC that just dropped for it. It's like an expansion. Yeah. It's really, really good, man. I don't want to give too many things away because I don't want to spoil it, but the gun variation is awesome. So you have a primary and secondary, and then you have a melee, and then you have a melee. You have different armor that you can upgrade from finding scrap and materials like iron and forged iron and galvanized iron throughout the worlds. What else? And then you have trinkets. So you have like 2 rings that have different things, and then you have another trinket that can do some sort of augmenting of your stats. But yeah, dude, it's really good. It's really, really good.
Way cool.
The bosses are big, not like super big, like an anime game, but they're not repetitive to me. There's not much repetition. So you go in all these different parts. So there's different enemies, not just skinned enemies. They're doing different things. Some will throw swords at you. Some have guns. Some have, different methods of attacking you that you think, oh, it's just not a one-trick pony that this guy's trying to do. And you figure it out. No, it'll change it up. They'll charge at you. They'll actually throw their melee weapon at you. Facts. I've been hit with them plenty of times. So yeah, dude, definitely loving Remnant from the Ashes. Unfortunately, it's not free anymore, but you know what? Go buy it. Go buy it on the Epic Games Store. Huh? Yeah, totally worth it. Totally worth it to me. And it's 4-player co-op, up to 4-player co-op online.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's different.
And I've been soloing right now, so I can only imagine how much fun it is with co-op, with the squad. Because
now, is that one just on PC or what's that one?
I think it's on all platforms.
Okay.
I think it's on all platforms. So, yes. So, anyway, that wraps up. What are you playing? I know, as always, I was a long segment. That time. That really was. So, but if you want to let us know what you've been playing, hit us up on Twitter at FreshTakesPod. And we're going to move on to some of the larger topics for the last, however long. So, one question, we'll start with this. One question I posted out there on the Twitter sphere was, has the pandemic and quarantine life changed the types of games you play or now enjoy? And, it was a poll. It was just a yes-no poll. And a majority said no, it has not changed the types of games they play or types of games they enjoy. What about you?
I'm trying to think. I really don't think so. I've dabbled in a couple games that I probably wouldn't have just because of time constraints and stuff. Mm-hmm. Usually I try to stay away from really big like RPGs and stuff, but I love RPGs, but I also love my kids. So if I start like to this day, I still haven't played Skyrim just for that reason.
Neither have I.
I know that I'll end up
time suck.
Yeah. I know that I'll miss my kid's graduation. I'll probably get a divorce. So mm-hmm. I just have to wait until everything's done before I can actually play that. But like, I never would have tried Gang Beasts. I tried that with my kid.
Okay.
I don't, for my taste, I don't, I think it did kind of augment what I played. And the reason is because my kids were around more.
Okay, sure.
And so they were asking for me to help them on games or like to sit down and just play with them and check some stuff out. So I've played a lot of games that personally don't super appeal to me, but I did enjoy playing. I'm like, Gang Beasts is fun in small doses for me.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a 4-player game. It can be co-op. You can have teams, but it's super wobbly physics. So you've got like an avatar, they've got an avatar, and then the point is to try to eliminate the other players and be the last one standing to get a point. So generally I'll be running around with my arms in the air like a monkey because you have to really mess with the physics. And like Fall Flat, have you ever seen
Human
that
Fall Flat? Yeah.
Yeah, Human Fall Flat, same kind of physics, except now you're fighting each other.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
And some of the stages have things like vehicles are moving in them. Other ones, you're like in a giant vent. So the air will go up. And then I was trying to be tricky and I thought it was going to go up. So I let go and was trying to like be a sneak. And the air reversed and it was sucking down. So I got caught in the blades and died. My son laughed for 20 minutes.
That's hilarious.
But like Hollow Knight, Dead Cells, those are 2 games that I probably wouldn't have played, but I'm hooked like crack on them. And yeah, there's been a couple other ones like we've and points of discussion with my children as a result of it too. So in that way, it's kind of been cool because we've gotten more time to hang out. But I haven't really gamed as much as I usually do, anyways.
It's true. It's true. I'm the same, but life has been definitely weird and stuff. So for me, I'm gonna say it's maybe changed slightly. And the reason I say that is mainly because of Remnant, right? I think, I do a lot of self-analyzation, like a lot of self-talk, in my brain and trying to, not necessarily question myself, but just try to understand what's drawn me to this or that game. Yeah. And for me, I think I'm enjoying Remnant so much is because that world in that game is so effed. Like it is just like post-apocalyptic, like doomsday. I'm just like, we're not there yet. We're still good.
We still got a ways to go.
We got so much further to go before we get to that.
That is so good. So, I love it.
So I think that's, for me, it's kind of like, yeah, that's why I'm enjoying it. It's my escape. It's like, oh, this is, we're so far away from this. We're good compared to this.
It's like playing Mad World or like Fallout.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
We haven't reached this point yet. So everything's all right.
Everything's all right. Exactly.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Finding hope in something super bleak.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, moving on here, I'm sure, I don't know really, if you've been keeping up with the Epic versus Apple fight. Okay. I have that listed, in our notes. We're going to talk about, it's been talked about ad nauseum everywhere. And I don't want to talk about it because it's dumb. What it boils down to is Epic tried to circumvent Apple's policy for their App Store by introducing a way within the Fortnite game, like a sub store within it that bypassed Apple's store of microtransaction purchases.
Yep.
Therefore, Apple wasn't getting a slice of the pie. So here, it's just like two children, man. It's just it's hilarious. You got these billion-dollar companies that just want to like get in a pissing match, and it's absurd. With everything going on in the world, this is where we're at. Okay, got it.
This is what we're arguing over. Yeah. In a few cents.
Yeah. So well, it's 30%, I think, is what Apple. Cut insane. Is, which is crazy. So imagine if you're a small dev that has like no money, right? And you put out something out there, it's like 30%. So yeah, but then again, and Epic made a claim like, oh, Apple's a closed ecosystem. Well, technically, Epic Games is a closed ecosystem too. So
yeah.
Again, it's like ultimately,
which one are you gonna hate?
Yeah. I'm not an Apple fan. I'm just not a huge Apple fan. But I think, honestly, in this particular case, Epic tried to circumvent a policy for publishing to the App Store that they were well aware of and tried to be sneaky about it. And they got caught. So I'm leaning more towards siding with Apple on this, but it'll unfold.
Yeah, you broke the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Just suck it up.
So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I don't want to harp on that anymore because it's just like, nah. Two big billion-dollar companies. I really, honestly,
yeah, right.
Really, give me a break. Whatever. Oh, sorry. Maybe it's $1 trillion now. Is Apple trillion? I think there's some news they came out $1 trillion. More money than I'll ever see in our lifetimes, quadrupled over, combined, multiplied by 8. Whatever. So, in other news, moving on. Corsair is going public.
Really?
Yeah. So that's a news article I found from tweaktown.com, or our friends over at Tweaktown.
Oh yeah, we go way back.
We go way back. They're planning to go public with a $100 million IPO. So I'll be interested to see how that goes for them.
I'm willing to bet that Tencent will probably scoop as much as possible of that.
Tencent. Oh man,
Tencent or I can't recall the name for the data miners for the Bitcoins. The super monoliths that's over in China for that, but they'll probably eat up a bunch of them too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And also this is kind of crazy to me, but I also read from finance.yahoo.com that
friends over there too.
Plenty of friends at Yahoo Finance. Plenty of friends over there.
Network.
Got a network. Gaming does not discriminate. We will talk to anyone in any particular news outlet, regardless if it's finance or gaming or whatever.
You never know when it's going to apply.
Never know.
Just like now.
GameStop stock soars after co-founder of Chewy is stepping in. Chewy.com. So basically, it rose 27.
Chewy, like the dog toy company, Chewy?
Yes, Chewy.com, the dog company. So Chewy.com acquired a stake in the game retailer. It's
I don't even,
it's just,
I can't
dude,
even,
dude, I can't make this up, bro. Like, this is 2020. Like, expect the unexpected of everything right now.
If it's not murder hornets, it's fucking dog toys. All right.
This is unprecedented territory. All right. 2020.
It's just making sure I was tracking, like,
yes,
who our friends over at Yahoo had told us.
Yeah. So, Yep, over at Yahoo. Ryan Cohen's RC Ventures disclosed a $5.8 million share stake, which amounts to a 9% holding. That makes it the third biggest investor in GameStop behind BlackRock and Fidelity, according to data tracked by Bloomberg. So Cohen previously ran Chewy, the pet supply company that was acquired by PetSmart in 2017 and completed an initial public offering last year. So GameStop shares climbed as high as $6.82 on Monday. The biggest gain since April 14th. They had been down 11% this year. Yeah.
Just sell now. So, like, if you have stock in it, that's how high it's probably ever going to be. Just sell.
That's crazy. I mean, because GameStop has been troubled for a long time. You know, we talked about on previous episodes. You can go back and check. Like, we sat there, you know, with our think helmets on, like, they could do this, they could do that, you know, get more involved with the community, have, you know, presence at their local libraries for their events and all this, that, and the other thing. Because right now, like, this whole hot topic method is not working.
Yeah, it's so atrocious. And they're still going that route of, maybe I can sell you this Zelda Master Sword and Shield replica that are like 1/64th of the size for $500 and you'll like it. No, that's not how gamers work, bud. There's a niche, don't get me wrong, but they're probably not going to get it from you anyways.
Facts. So, but the other thing that kind of plays into it too, once there's a part of me that thinks, not aside from this GameStop making a comeback from this investor claiming a stake in the company, but post COVID, right? Once all this is hopefully quelled or a vaccine or it's, you know, gone, I honestly think you're going to see a soar in foot traffic to GameStops. I think
just to get out of the house.
Just to get out of the house. I mean, really, truly, to have that interaction with, you know, fellow gamers. I mean, yes, that you have them online, but there is an element that human contact has in person than virtually. I mean, it just is. So I'm thinking maybe they're poised to make a big comeback after COVID clears up. I don't know.
You know what's really funny is I was sitting here coming up with different ways that I could talk smack about this, and it just dawned on me that I could probably make my store a Pokestop. And
there you go.
So I'm probably gonna write that down so I remember that. But
that's a good idea. Yeah, you should totally do that.
But like, I don't know, maybe him coming to the table now, like he'll, with his work with dogs, you know, maybe he'll know how to tap into our Pavlovian responses for to get some games. I don't know, but it doesn't really shake my distrust and disdain for GameStop.
Yeah. And unfortunately with GameStop being that's, you know, franchised, right? Your mileage is going to vary, right?
Yeah.
On your experience in any franchise, regardless of Starbucks, you know, Taco Bell, whatever. Man, let me tell you, man, I am real upset with Taco Bell. I know I'm not the only one, dude. They've
what did they do?
They've killed off like half their menu.
I usually go for the $5 boxes anyways.
Well, yeah, that's if it's what I want, yeah, sure. But dude, no more items with shredded chicken. So the shredded chicken quesadilla melt's gone, which is one of my like value faves. Mexican pizzas gone. Cheesy Fiesta potatoes gone. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think.
Potatoes.
Generally, when I go to see, I don't know. I think it's just because of menu choices, because those haven't really impacted me. Anytime I go for Taco Bell, I'm pretty much admitted to myself in my rearview mirror that we're making bad life choices already.
Sure, of course, yeah.
And I'm just all in, and I'm just gonna get it and wolf all of it down as fast as possible. But I usually get like, what is that? The Dorito griller, the one with the beef and the Dorito chips in it. That's like $2.
Yeah.
So I get like a $5 box, 2 of those, and just as much hot sauce as they'll cram into the box for me.
Yeah,
and then
hot sauce.
It's so good. Like, I'm so hungry right now. That sounds amazing.
So anyway, they've like, in order to streamline operations, or they've like killed half the items on your menu. I'm probably being dramatic by saying 50%, but maybe it's like 30%. I don't know. But a lot of items that are beloved items to a majority of folks have been killed. So Taco Bell, I don't know if you're ever going to listen to this, but I'm very upset with you, and I'll get right with God. All right. Like, that's all I can say. So moving on.
If they want to sponsor the show, by the way, like,
yeah, I mean, hey,
I'm willing to make friends over at Taco Bell too. Like, I'm good with that.
I will peddle cheesy gordita crunches till the end of the earth. Okay.
Yes, I will eat it until I'm sick. Like, I'm totally good.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I've already put on like 5 pounds, man. The COVID cushion is a real phenomenon. Okay, like, I'm just, I don't know what's going on, but thick boy's getting thicker. Add an extra C to my name, you know. So.
I don't think I ever lost the sympathy weight from my last kid, so I'm still working on that. But yeah, being like, oh, I don't know, I'm not supposed to really go outside right now, so I guess I can't really run.
Right.
I did use that excuse a couple days. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I do have to get shower hot again, so I am back in the saddle of trying to do so.
Okay. So okay. Well, good for you, man.
Oh, I just want to see my toes again. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
If I could see my toes in the shower, like, I'm good. I'm good there.
That is a good bar to measure, you know, where you're at.
Depending on how much I have to arc my neck to see my toes, it's really kind of weird.
Just to be like,
yeah, if I can just kind of like look down and be like, oh, there they are. Like, we're good, you know?
Yeah, there you go. There you go, man.
I'm not looking to be a JCPenney model or nothing. Like, I don't got to be all sexy and ripped. I just...
just want to see your toes.
Just want to see my toes, man.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Oh man, yeah, that was good. So we'll move on to the next thing. Another company possibly going public, Unity, the Unity game engine company that develops. I don't know about this. So this
I'm kind of mixed on that.
This comes from our friends at Gamma Sutra, because we know so many folks over there.
Yeah,
so many folks.
Oh man.
So yeah, apparently Unity Technologies is planning to go public with an IPO during the first half of 2020, so long as market conditions are favorable. The news network Cheddar reports. This is notable for developers who currently use the engine, as it could affect how Unity operates depending on what corporations or businesses buy stocks in the company. However, this is all speculation right now, as is any news.
Yeah, I don't know. There is a part of me that's worried about that, though. Because Unity, a lot of the other and I hope I'm remembering this right. So if I'm screwing this up, I apologize. But I know a lot of devs go with Unity because they're so kind of like cool with the pricing as far as using their product in order to make their games. You know, depending on how many units you sell is kind of what you end up having to kind of work out with them. And I think that if they go public, I think that we might see a lot of heavy monetization of it. And that could really hurt some little companies. Yeah.
And I think like going public and with everything being a subscription based, it wouldn't surprise me if it becomes a development engine as a service subscription based. Like, honestly, that
totally get it, man.
Totally suck. Like, you look at Adobe Creative Cloud, right? That is a subscription based thing now. Xbox Game Pass, same thing. But, you know, so could they? I mean, possibly do a monthly subscription-based service for it. I don't know what that would look like as far as a development engine is concerned. But I'm sure they could make it happen if they wanted to, or the investors wanted to. So, yeah.
And I really, Unity is one of those things that I really don't know if a lot of people are paying attention to when the screens are opening on the games that they play, whatever kind of genre that is, whether it's first-person shooter, RTSs, whatever it might be. Unity is like a huge driving force in the games we play nowadays. And
oh yeah.
So if you see heavy monetization there, if you think $60 sucks when you're buying a game now, if the dev's paying out the ass, they're going to have to jack up the price somewhere. And that's going to end up going to the consumer again. And now like maybe $70 or $80 is going to be the new standard.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've been talking about game prices getting hiked up for a while, especially with next gen right around the corner. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see that be the birth of the $70, $80 game with next gen, to be 100% honest. So
yeah, no, I totally get it.
And yeah,
but at what point are we going to stop buying them as consumers? Because right now we're already doing that. We're already doing $80. Like, let's not lie to each other. Like, you look at any of the Ghost Recon games or any first person shooter that's, I don't know, maybe competitive at this point with all the different stuff, battle passes, being able to unlock this new episode or getting this new DLC, like all that shit, like it jacks the price up. I think I've already dumped about $80 in a Ghost Recon battle or Breakpoint at this point.
Yeah.
Bought the original game and then I bought the DLC for it and all that other stuff. So
yeah, I mean, and I would have to look at some of the data, try to find some data on like all that stuff, right? Like standard editions versus special editions, which is content, it includes extra content that's already there in the standard game. They're just giving you the key to open the door to get to it.
Yep.
Right. So what does that look like? Because those are usually $80. So special editions, gold editions, ultimate, whatever. I'd like to look at some data, see which ones sell more. Well,
I want to see the ones that are doing that.
Right.
Because we talk ad nauseum about the ones that do bad. I don't know. The one that pops in my mind is, I don't know, Fallout 76, but whatever. I would love to see the ones that do good.
We beat up on Fallout 76 for a long time, sir.
I know. I still hate them. So
but you know what?
It's still like picking up on it's still like beating up a third grader. Don't get me wrong. But
yeah. But
I'm trying to think of another company that's come out with like a really huge edition. I'm not talking about like the weird eclectic ones that you see in Japan where like you can get it with like the limited edition chainsaw that has like blood on it and stuff, which was cool, with its own unique blood flecks and stuff like that. I can't remember what game that was, but that was a thing. It's one of the Resident Evils, if I remember right. It might have been 4.
Okay.
It was really random, but yeah, there's some crazy stuff out there that's like insane prices.
What was it? It was a special edition. I think we talked about it in one of the previous shows. A special edition of the, or maybe it was just an item. Devil May Cry jacket. It was like $5,000 or something like that.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah.
There's another one where it was thousands upon thousands of dollars. I can't remember the exact price. I don't want to be totally wrong.
Right.
But like you got flown out to a place and what the hell was it? It was completely just bonkers. And there's no way, they only had one of them available that you could do. It was like a just completely cracked out version of it. Then you had oh man, I'm having all these other ones kind of popping in my head. There was another one where the actual developer of the game like had some of his blood that he would send out, some of his actual DNA that you could get with the game and stuff. I think it was one of the Ultima series.
Oh, geez.
You could actually get some blood from the dev to play with. And I was like, what the fuck? Kind of weird. What are we doing?
Well, yeah, what are we doing? Like,
am I summoning demons? Like, are we getting demons? Like, I'm down with this, but what are we doing?
What's it doing?
Doom real life?
I was going to say,
yes.
Speaking of Doom Eternal, man.
Oh my God.
Have you played it yet? You played it? Yeah, okay.
Dude, I stomped a mud hole in that game's ass. I couldn't put it down.
Dude, so good. That's so good.
That was another one that my son got me hooked on, was playing that in battle mode where you play against other people.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun. Yeah, it was, dude. Doom Eternal was fantastic.
The pacing of that game.
Yeah.
So delicious.
So good. Anyway, not talking about, you brought up Bethesda, maybe think Doom Eternal, stuff like that. So
sorry.
So we're gonna move on to like kind of the bigger kind of thing that's kind of going on right now, and that is the streaming platform wars. I use the term wars loosely, but it's kind of, since Mixer's quick demise.
What the fuck happened there?
Self-inflicted demise. there's been a multitude of different platforms that are up and coming and soon possibly to launch to hopefully get some of that audience and streamer user base that Mixer had over to them, or even Twitch. I mean, bring other ones over, or new streamers altogether. They're all just clawing to trying to get some users and user base without having a fully fully launched product in wide availability as of yet. The only one that's currently live right now is Trovo. So let's back up here. Mixer got shut down. It's very swift. It's very quick. The streamers, content creators, people who relied on Mixer that were partners for their income were not given any heads up this was happening, right? So most of the folks, from my understanding, have found out via the tweet they sent out. Yeah, super crappy. And apparently the employees of Mixer, right, Microsoft's division of Mixer, if you will, got maybe an hour or two notice prior to that tweet going out.
Yeah, like I really want to know what happened. Because I think Ninja made $50 million off of that because of the broken contract.
I think Ninja was 30.
And he was a free agent at
30
that
or
point
50.
Again, so he could just get another bunches of millions of dollars.
Same with Shroud. Shroud literally streamed.
I like Shroud though.
I like Shroud too. But Shroud made $10 million for 6 months of being on a platform.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
it's insane.
Yeah.
But okay, so those are the big ones. But you look at stuff like there's a channel called WASD that was a huge, like always worked in the backgrounds, and it was always trying to like uplift streamers and streamer content. They did openings, commercials, all sorts of stuff, reviews, things like that. And it was all independent of Mixer. And like they built their entire YouTube channel around it. I mean, there was like everything was kind of cultivated around Mixer. And then like a fart in the wind, they're gone.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, WASD's just kind of like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now, chilling out there. You got all these other streamers that were partnered up with it that were out of a home, and it's insane. So what's going on with Trovo? Like, I haven't even checked it out, man.
Yeah. So I will. Yeah, I'll touch on Trovo in a second because I actually did stream on there for like 2 weeks. I mean, I'm just full. As you know, we don't sugarcoat anything. We are transparent here, as transparent can be. So I will tell you my experience there. I will tell you my experience within their Discord. We will get to that. But yeah, the Mixer thing. And then so Mixer basically sends out like all this stuff, tweet, bunch of uproar, very, very disappointed and embittered partners, streamers, etc., that have built a community on a platform, have built a livelihood on the platform as a source of their income, just gone. They basically had less than a month to try to transition over their audience and community to Facebook gaming.
Right.
Sure. So most people ended up just going to Twitch because that's really the only other name in the game. Yes, YouTube has streaming. YouTube is not built for streaming. Let's just call it. It's built for VOD content, essentially.
Yep.
Right. Video on demand. It's not built for streaming. Facebook gaming. No one likes Facebook. Everyone I talk to hates Facebook. They use it only because XYZ. Right.
Yep.
Because they have to, because there's posts about functions for their kids or the kids' school or whatever. That's the reason they use it. They hate using it, but that's where they have to go. So going there for gaming, no. And here's the kicker. I found this out. So Mixer, like trying to push as much of their audience over to Facebook gaming. This is your new home, all this stuff. Okay. Mixer, owned by Microsoft. Right? Mixer, the app native on Xboxes. right?
Yep.
Xbox, as you know, has an Xbox Ambassador program, right?
I'm super aware.
Yes, we both are.
Yes.
You have an Xbox Ambassador program, so you become like, you're a fan of Xbox, you're a fan of, what gaming on Xbox, community on Xbox, you become an ambassador and you can help answer support tickets or this or that, and you earn points or take tests and do this stuff, and you can get things. Okay. And build your community or whatever have you that way. And on Mixer, the Xbox ambassadors had their own channel on Mixer that they streamed their shows and stuff like that on, and other streamers.
Mm-hmm.
Guess where the Xbox ambassadors stream now?
Twitch.
Yes. Not Facebook
almost
gaming.
Almost exclusively all of them.
Yes. So the actual Xbox ambassador channel is now on Twitch, not Facebook gaming. So that should tell you everything you need to know right there about what really Microsoft and Mixer think of offering Facebook gaming up, when they won't even move their own internal team to that platform they're suggesting for everybody else to move to.
Fact.
So that's doesn't look good. Moving on, beating a dead horse with the Mixer thing. It's done. It's over. Unfortunately, it's crappy. I had a channel there. We both did. Your wife had a channel there. Very, very pretty big channel.
She was doing pretty good. She's actually getting pretty close to partner.
Yeah.
I was doing pretty good. I was getting pretty close to 1K deal, and then life happened and I had to really pull back. But yeah, no heads up whatsoever. Just go kick rocks, man. Good luck.
Basically. So again, terrible thing that happened. I hope everybody has found their new home and is flourishing at that new home, wherever it may be. It's just unfortunate. Well,
what other kind of homes are there right now? Even the ones that are ephemeral right now.
So,
I see a couple names listed here. I got Brian. Yeah, I haven't heard of that shit. Lunar.
So we'll start with Trovo. Trovo is a streaming platform. If you go there and you look at it, it basically looks layout wise the same as Twitch. Owned by who? Ding, 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 ding. Tencent.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah. So you go there and, before Mixer shut down, Trovo was mainly a huge platform for streaming mobile gaming, mobile titles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Tencent. I get it.
Right. So I went over there because a lot of people would suggest, try Trovo. Okay, cool. I tried it, joined their Discord. Cool. Seemed pretty good. A lot of things changed in the couple weeks I was there. I think they started these programs for partnership, right? That made the nature of the platform super competitive. So
as far as what, viewership or it's partnership?
As far as becoming a partner and getting money. So they had this, sure, make money, sure, great. But then they were changing things that counted as part of that program. So people that do just chatting streams or whatever, they excluded a lot of types of streams that were able to make that program. You could hit all the numbers, but if you were
not that kind of,
if you weren't a particular type of stream
or whatever,
right, you weren't going to get it. You weren't going to be eligible for it, which alienated a lot of people. Which that's something they changed, and I was like, that's not a good look. I don't like that. At that point, I was just kind of like, feels bad, man. Smells bad, feels bad. I'm out. And the Discord started at one point getting to me, again, this is strictly my opinion, starting to seem a little toxic and starting to be a little bit follow for follow type thing going on there a little bit. And the admins and the admins of the Discord seemed very apathetic. Again, Ew. This is just my fresh take, if you will, on Trovo. And a lot of it was still mobile games. People would be, because you can emulate mobile games on your PC, so there'd be a lot of folks playing Call of Duty Mobile through emulation on their PC. That's what I did. I tried it. I've found some nice folks on there. Still, I'm in their personal discords and chat with them. Some good folks. They've decided to stick it out and have started doing well, and that more power to them. I wish them the best. It just, some scummy things were happening, and I had to dip out. So I stopped streaming. One of the folks I met on through Trovo let me know about another startup called Glimish. So, it wasn't like a hard sell or anything. She's like, oh, I'm going to transition over here eventually once it goes live. If you want to check out their Discord, some good folks. So I did, and I've been in there. Full disclosure, been in there ever since. So I'm very much invested into Glimish as a platform right now. I've spoken directly with the owner and lead dev, like, about things. Like, he's a busy guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a busy dude. He's kind of single man in this whole thing, and it looks fantastic from what I've seen so far. But he will respond to you, and that's really cool. And I know the platform gets closer to launch, that's not going to be as possible, right? So there's roadmaps, in community, kind of like community leaders, community managers, for lack of a better term, that they're building. They're trying to recruit some people, through formal, applications.
Really?
If you want to be if you want to be part of the community team, things like that, which is great. And I'll circle back to Glimish in a second, but Brime is another one that started, like, immediately got a Twitter account, started, like, putting stuff out there, gaining the hype after the Mixer shutdown. As soon as I was announced, like, Brime just popped up. Everybody like, oh, Brime, it's going to be so great. This. And they rode this huge wave of hype, but they had nothing. I've seen nothing from them other than tweets that, we're going to do this. This is going to be awesome. Who's going to do this? We're going to be doing launch this. They don't need, like, at the time, I don't even think they still have a website. I could be wrong on that. I haven't tried to visit again, but they don't even have a website.
Sounds like a silicone startup.
Right? Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe not. They have a Twitter account. But to me, like, at this point, like, the proof's kind of in the pudding. Like, I know it's kind of generic to say, but if you don't have nothing to show me, like, I'm not going to be that heavily invested. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then there's Lunar, which is another platform starting up. The owners and lead devs there, I think it's the two guys named Luke and Jordan, respectively. And I've hopped in. They did like a just kind of like a test stream on their platform for just like a roadmap or something of that sort. Give them kudos that they tried to go ahead and show, that it is functioning, that it is going to work.
Going somewhere, there's actually...
Right, there's traction, right. So you have Brian, which is like, honestly, at this point, I think it's just like a troll account. I really do. So then you have Lunar, and I can't speak too much to Lunar because I haven't been in their Discord. I've only seen their Twitter stuff, and I've watched some podcasts. The two guys from Lunar have been on and kind of listened to them, and it's fine. I'm not sure what I haven't seen enough yet to get excited for them, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I don't know. And I could be way off on that. And I'm not here to talk crap on any of these guys. Kudos to anyone trying to start something new to better the streaming community on the platform with the technology that they're developing themselves in-house or building from the ground up themselves. I applaud you for that. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of organization and a lot of time. So kudos to everyone that's trying to do that. I don't want to take anything away from anybody trying to do that. Let's just let that be said. Now, Glimish, again, full disclosure, I'm in their Discord pretty heavily. I've been designing some motion graphics for them on the side and doing stuff like that. Okay, all voluntarily. There's nothing, You know, they're not stroking me bucks under the table or anything, because they don't have that. They're not doing that. It's a volunteer based sort of thing. So, you know, the graphic design stuff is a hobby of mine. So I was like, cool. You know, I've been enjoying my time in this Discord. Everybody seems really, really cool and really hyped on this. I think it's really going somewhere. They have had multiple streams on it. They're doing streams of public domain movies, I think still currently like 24/7 on there, just as a proof of concept, like we are streaming this 24/7. And they are using a version of faster than light technology, which Mixer used to have.
Yeah.
So they posted a really cool infographic on their Twitter. You definitely go check it out. About latencies. So
yeah, I actually saw that.
Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
now, how does that look at scale? I don't know. I'm not smart enough on the back end tech side to be like, okay, so say you have 500 streamers day one and all implementing this, like, what does that look like?
4K rates.
Right. Well, I think they're going to have to shoehorn, you know, like, not shoehorn, but scale some of that back. Like, hey, at launch, realistically, the max you're going to get is 720p 60. Like, you're not going to be able to do 1080p at launch because of either cost restrictions, bandwidth constrictions, whatever on the back end that they may have. So, and I've actually talked to Luke, who's the developer of Glimish as well. There's two Lukes, one for Lunar, one for Glimish. About possibly coming on here and just chatting. He's a good dude, definitely well spoken, and I think he has a really, really good plan and roadmap in place for getting this going. And I'm very excited about it. So I've already created the Fresh Takes Gaming account on there. Like you can, it's already there. So you know, once it launches, hopefully at some point we'll be able to stream on there, you know, live like we used to on Mixer. And with next to zero latency, so we can actually interact with chat, you know, and not 25 seconds behind. So that I look forward to that. And again, like I said, I've been doing some stuff, you know, graphic design stuff for them, and been working on a style guide for them with another young lady that's in the Discord who also does graphic design stuff. She's a real sweetheart as well. And so like every Tuesday they have a public streaming like company meeting, basically.
Interesting.
So you can go watch it every Tuesday. They're gonna have.
So now they're catering to gamers and stuff, right? Are they going to be doing like we were talking about with Trovo, and their exclusion of different kind of genres outside of FPSs? Like, let's say I wanted to start one for what we do. Right. And wanted to show like what we're doing and sit down and have a dialogue with people and talk coffee, you know, and all that stuff. Like what, is there going to be the ability to do that? So right now, they are, there's currently like genres, if you will, of things. So there's art, there's gaming, there's tech, there's education, there's IRL. Those are all going to be part of it. Okay. So yours may fall into education if you're educating on how you, or maybe art, you know, it depends on where you want to categorize yourself within that. The nice thing about it is, you know, one of their missions is it's open source. So all their stuff's available on GitHub that they are using and implementing, which is kind of neat, because there's no like man behind the curtain, ulterior motive. So we're keeping everything trade secrets, right? So all the stuff using freely, widely available to look at and peruse, implement, riff off of, whatever. Second thing is that's one of the things they kind of bolster themselves on is, the open source and transparency, and the biggest thing they have is they're wanting to have discoverability in mind. Because right now, discoverability is a key issue across all the streaming platforms. Yep. So working that out. Also, monetization. So day one, you're a streamer on there, you get a sub button. You should not be shortchanged from hitting mysterious metrics to be able to be supported by the people that do like your content. Yeah.
right?
I had to have 50 people in my chat at all times, and they have to be so many unique views per week and all that shit. Yeah,
right. Right. So if you have 10 people in your chat that like your content and follow you and do all this stuff, and all of them sub, great, because they want to support that content creator.
Yep.
That's what they're really trying to push forward is, hey, it's one of those things where we don't want to keep everybody held back by arbitrary numbers to be able to make money off our platform. So I think that's a good way to go about it.
It sounds like a sweet foundation, man.
Yeah. So there, and the big thing is like, the more that people, subscribe to the content creators they like on that platform, it elevates, the whole platform. So it's kind of like a rising tide lifts all ships, right? So I know it's kind of a cheesy, it's kind of a cheesy, way of looking at it, but it really is. And if you hop in their Discord, you'll kind of get that vibe, that it is a really, really good community. It definitely puts me in mind of the early Mixer days, the vibe from the community I get. So again, I am going on and on about Glimish and showing my bias truly.
Yes.
So, but again, no, I said that.
It sounds like it's warranted though. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not just, and it's not just gushing to gush. It sounds like there's actually some basis behind it.
Yep.
Unlike Brian, but just for my own, I guess.
Ask any questions. Ask any questions, man.
No, I thought it was Gilgamesh for a long time, and I was like, that is Gilgamesh. So dope. No, like I would sit there and I'd talk about it, like I'd be talking about it with like other people on Twitter, and they'd be like, "Oh, so like is Bub with them or something?" I'm like, I don't think so, man. Like, I don't know. Why don't you fucking ask him? Like, let's start there. And I like, why are you asking me? But the But I was like, yeah, I think he's with Gilgamesh. I think he's on there or something. I don't know if there's a thing. I'd be talking about it, Sarah. I'm like, I might have to start us a Gilgamesh account and start doing it. It's not Gilgamesh, so I feel like an ass because I've been talking about it like that for a month. So Glimish, right?
There you
That's
go.
how I say it.
There you go.
There we go. Glimish. My
Glimish.
bad.
There you go.
My bad. But Gilgamesh would have been bomb, and I would have supported that platform too.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, you could totally, if create an account on there, I have I have the one for Bub Drum, that's on there. And you can pre-follow right now. So follows are live on the platform. You can create your profile. You can insert, panels if you want. If you have images hosted on like Imgur, whatever. You can put panels there for times, so everything like that.
It has to be on Imgur, and then you can bring it over.
Yeah, you can ingest because use like a markdown, what they call markdown. Humble brag, shameless plug. I have a tutorial on YouTube on how to do it. All right. just I'm sure if you search Glimish profile, you'll find it.
Nice.
So, but yeah, so you can pre-follow people on there right now. So if there's folks over there that have gone or going over there and have their profiles up, you can go ahead and create your account and pre-follow them. So you get
that's pretty dope
alerts and stuff. They're, I believe they're trying to build out APIs and stuff like that for like third-party tie-ins for like, it could be alerts or whatever services that want to, support Glimish with their third-party software. They can do.
Here's another one. Sorry to intrude.
Go.
But the dude that made ScottyBot.
Yeah.
Speaking of third-party deal.
Yeah.
ScottyBot, completely like the guts and glory that was behind the scenes of Mixer and chatbots and all that.
Yeah.
Totally SOL when they closed doors.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be a good dude to try to get a hold of because he tried. Yeah. Hopefully he's involved with them. That would be pretty cool. Yeah,
that would be cool. That would be very cool. But yeah, I mean, it's been really cool to see everybody just, hands-on, dive in, contribute. There's I can't name escapes me, and I'm not gonna put names out there anyway because I don't know if they want me to put names out there. That's done like a bulk of the translation for foreign countries for the site.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, like has gone through and translated the site in multiple languages, which I'm like, dang, that's awesome. So,
dope.
And then you have another guy that's actually working, who's kind of not spearheading, but really diligently working on the whole FTL implementation. So you have that low latency stuff. So he's kind of working on that. And then you have, people doing the graphic stuff like myself and a few other folks. Then you have folks that are more focused on like the terms of service, developing in terms of service for the site. And then someone that's kind of like leading the charge with the community stuff. And this is all volunteer. I mean, that's what's great. Like I said, everybody's just kind of hands-on, like really believes in this and is just trying to use the tools that they are equipped with, that they know they have at their disposal, whether it's they're good at terms of service, so they know a lot about terms of service, or they learn a lot about graphics, or they've been community managers before, or moderators or things like that. So everybody's helping where they can. It's really, really awesome to see. So
that's way cool.
And gush on Glimish. Sorry. Not Gilgamesh. Sorry, bro. Sorry to break your heart. It's Glimish, not Gilgamesh.
It's fine.
So, yeah. Anything else on your mind? I know sometimes we have unpopular opinion. That's our segment, but I didn't prepare anything this time because
I got nothing.
I figured we would be just doing a lot of catching up.
Yeah, I think we're just kind of catching up with everything. I'm starting to develop like a serious possible problem with 40K.
Warhammer 40K? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's I don't know like why it's such a thing right now, but I'm seeking out like all the games and stuff that I can play, and I'm really digging that kind of world. I ended up playing. It all started with Inquisitor. It was on Game Pass.
Okay.
I think like 2 or 3 months ago, and I started playing there, and I was like, oh. I found something delicious.
There you go. That's good, man. That's good. I'm glad you found that.
Yeah.
Just
so aside from that, yeah, just
might have to roll it in a little bit
and trying to get company off the ground. So
yeah. And just again, full disclosure, this is the founder and owner of Chubby Chow that has sponsored this episode. He's in that window right over there. So
yeah, it would.
Oh, there's the logo right there. Yeah.
That's Hangy the Nom Gnome. So that's the dude that visits us when we get hungry, angry, and pissed off. So
there you go.
That's our mascot. But yeah, so that is us. It's Chubby Chow, and right now we're trying to get like all of this COVID stuff changed so many different things. So when I was getting ready to retire, like the retirement thing isn't something new. Like I knew I was too broke to play anymore, and I knew I was getting out, and it was a matter of filing fucking paperwork in triplicate, and then they'd lose it and I'd have to redo everything. God, all that. I'm not angry, but I would do
just
all that.
Disappointed.
And, I was getting ready to get out, and we were going to have food trucks, like all sorts of stuff. Like when I first started.
Well, I remember that. We talked about that before, that you were going to do a food truck and stuff.
It was going to be a food truck.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened.
Right.
Or just more in general, 2020 happened.
Yeah.
And state policies changed, federal policies changed on food and just being in the same vicinity as other people. And our thing is, like, I'd been working on this for 6 years as far as being able to cater to grouped events and stuff like that.
Yeah. Grouped events canceled.
Bam. No groups.
Yeah, no groups.
So I was like, oh, sweet. That's fucking great. So we're trying to figure all this out and trying to find a way to do what we want to do and still be able to provide solid products for people. And it's just been crazy, man.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to roll with the punches. Right now I'm messing around with Amazon, trying to get in there, and that's its own. I went to a 3-day conference. It was free to everybody that was an Amazon seller. And I thought I had gotten away from PowerPoints of death and all that shit, but apparently I didn't. I got to experience all that again. So 3 days of that, of sitting there, like learning how they do what they do, why they do what they do, and all that, and trying to get us on there too. And it's just been, you got to roll with the punches, right? Like if anything else that 2020 has taught me down to my core is that adaptability is a skill that you have to have as a human being. And those that don't have it don't thrive, and those that do can.
Yes.
So being able to roll with the punches and handle what comes your way.
Absolutely, man. I couldn't agree more with that.
And it sounds like that just your brief. We haven't talked about Glimish, you and I. We've kind of had shot a couple of tweets here and there at each other and a couple DMs, but nothing super hardcore. But like zero shit. Like I'm really sitting here reviewing stuff. I think I'm gonna get out of the probably 85% of the Discords I'm in, and I'll probably hop in theirs and see what's going down.
Dude, definitely.
Because that sounds like people I want to be surrounded by, and that's people that are striving to make a change and do something different. And,
for sure.
Not stagnant or bitch and moan and pine about what was, you know.
No, yeah. I mean, you know, there's the only time I've seen, you know, mentions of Mixer in there has been like, yeah, that sucks. It was shitty what they did. However, we're working on this now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or they'll make a comparison. Yeah. You know, if we implement a feature like this, you know, it'd be more in line with kind of how Mixer implemented it, but we could do something like this that would make it Glimish's own take on it. Like, one cool thing was, and I'm really kind of excited about this, and I think it's going to be implemented. I don't know if it'll be on launch. So people are chatting, right? People are in your chat. You know, how does that look? Well, chat is chat. How can you not necessarily gamify it, but kind of gamify it, but kind of show those that are being more interactive, give them a perk of being more interactive, right? Which could then make others more interactive, right?
Yep.
And that are in the chat. You know, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a anti-lurker mechanism. I think it's more of a incentivizing those that are active in your chat. Does that make sense? So it's expanding chat heads. So you have 10 people in your chat. They've all created their Glimish account. They all have their profile icon, right?
Yep.
The most active chatters, as they're chatting, their avatar, their profile icon is under your stream window, and they slowly get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it starts overtaking the position of others on the screen.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's like Risk underneath your screen.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what they were talking about, and they were testing it. It looks, I think that's pretty cool. I think it's something that I haven't seen anywhere else. Obviously, it's innovative. I think it encourages interaction with within chat. So I think that's good. So I haven't really seen anything that encourages people to chat in the stream, really. Other than, let me spend some bits to get an animation or some in-stream currency to get an animation. You know, this is just something.
Yeah, I've seen them monetize like just an ungodly amount.
Yes,
but I totally get it, and I think that's way cool. And once again, that takes me back to. It sounds like a place I want to be. It sounds like people that are trying to innovate, and that's what I want to be around.
Yeah,
because when we were doing this, I could have sat and been all butthurt and stuff, but we tried to figure out a way to gamify stuff, just like you were saying. So our boxing, and this is, I guess, shameless, but whatever. I'm looking over at packages that we're getting ready to send. The boxes that we have, we put out like a outline of different games that you can do by yourself or with other people. Preferably with somebody else, and it's for people that are trapped in their house in COVID, or your office buddy that sits next to you that you want to dig around with. So there's a balloon and a ping pong ball. There's like a template to carve out ping pong paddles, and then like finger footballs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's just a way, instead of I got a box and like throwing the box away, like being able to do something with it is what we were looking at.
Sure.
And it sounds like they're trying to do stuff like that too. Of like, okay, this is what the standard usually is. Let's try to find a way to make it different. Yeah. And I could really get into that.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Come on over.
I've seen some of the graphics that you were doing, and I haven't seen the other young lady that you were talking about, but I was impressed with the graphics that I saw that you were doing for it.
Thanks, man.
So I'm down. My interest is peaked, if nothing else.
All right, man. I'll send you a link after the show. How about that?
All right, sounds good, man. I'm there.
Sounds awesome. Well, I think
there. We're there.
We're all there.
We'll make it happen.
The podcast will eventually be there, and it'll be fantastical. But I think that is going to wrap it up for this evening on the first show back in a year. As always, yes, as always,
crazy.
Hit us up on Twitter at Fresh Takes Pod or YouTube, because these are going to go on YouTube now. We don't have a vanity link. I thought I told you. Maybe I didn't.
I don't know. Whatever, dude. Sounds great.
Follow us on YouTube. You can subscribe on there. The thing is, though, we don't have enough followers yet or subscribers to get a vanity YouTube URL. So
it's like 400 characters.
It's youtube.com exclamation.
Is it 100 or is it 1,000 now? Because when I first joined YouTube,
I think it's 100,
and then
I think it's still 100.
I was almost there, and then it turned into 1,000. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's still 100, I believe. So what I'm gonna probably do is make another bit.ly URL shortener to just point directly to that. Like, I don't know, probably gonna be like bit.ly/watchftg or something like that. Just make it, keep it simple, until we can get that vanity URL for YouTube. But yeah, so I am Evan, aka Bubdrum. You can follow me on Twitter at Bubdrum. That's BUBDRUM. And where can they follow you?
They can follow me at the DS Claw on most, or DS Claw. I think it's just I don't even know anymore. The DS Claw, I think, on Twitter and on Instagram is trying to get more active there too.
I suck at Instagram.
Yeah, it's kind of everything else is pretty much Chubby Chow Mob. And that's another way to get a hold of me.
That's life. That's life. That's right, man. All right, guys. Well, we thank you for listening or watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I can't play the damn audio.
It's been too long.